No Mark Gahey coming in January. Konate still on the way out potentially. And Arne Slot speaks on Chiesa, Leoni, and also regarding Ekitike's supposedly, reportedly fine when there's not actually going to be a fine. So Arne Slot has addressed that absolutely today in today's press conference for the Crystal Palace game tomorrow. But we're also going to speak about the reports on Ibrahima Konate and on Mark Gahey tonight as well. Welcome in. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already for all your latest Liverpool news, transfer news, and much, much more. And as you can see, we are live at 6 o'clock, which is going to be hopefully now the new time for our potential live shows. We're either 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. But yeah, if you get your notification bells on, it will let you know when we are live, if it's 6 or 7. Hopefully trying to be 6 as much as I can. But if you can't get 6, we will be live at 7 o'clock. But yeah, like I said, 6 o'clock tonight, and hopefully the rest of the few nights it's going to be 6 o'clock if you are a regular viewer. So make sure you do get your comments in as well tonight. Make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. We're going to go over the latest news on Konate, on Gahey, and exactly what Arne Slot has gone through in terms of in today's press conference as well regarding tomorrow's game as well. So let's start off with the Mark Gahey news, according to Paul Joyce. So Arne Slot did address the hopefully trying to maybe get a centre back in January. However, according to Paul Joyce, Liverpool will not try to sign Mark Gahey in January, as it is not their approach to sign a significant transfer fee 5 months before they can recruit a player for nothing. That strategy seems to unlikely to change, even after Geovanni Leoni's injuries. Liverpool's strong hope is nothing that will change his mind during the season, and will hope to move to him next summer. And this is exactly what I've been saying to the guys. Look, we're not going to go for Gahey in January. I thought we weren't going to go for Gahey in January. If he's going for free at the end of the season, we will try to save as much money as we physically can. There's no way, after the summer we've had, we're going to continue to spend big, if I'm honest. That is it now. I think that's it. I mean, I hope we do get a centre-back in January. If it's not Gahey, we need to get a centre-back regardless for me. I don't know about you guys in the comments, but I certainly think we need a centre-back. We're playing dangerously not getting a centre-back in, regardless of it being Gahey or not. We've got 3 centre-backs. We've got 3 centre-backs with the unfortunate injury of Leoni. We've got now 3 centre-backs for the season. That is it. 3 centre-backs for the season. One's Gomez, who's not only unreliable on the pitch at the moment, his injuries are unreliable. Konate has been injury-prone in the past. So really, the only 2 you can really rely on right now in terms of centre-backs, actual centre-backs, is Konate and Van Dijk for the season. For me, that is a big shoot in the foot. You are shooting yourself in the foot massively if we don't bring in a centre-back in January. And if it's not going to be Gahey, if it's not going to be Mark Gahey because he is free in the summer, then okay, we'll get it. I don't agree with that. I think we should go at least try 15, 20 million for Gahey and push Palace to sell him to us. Or we need to go get a proper centre-back in January. We need to. Arne Slot himself has said, look, in fact, one second, I'm just going to bring up Arne Slot's comments on the centre-back in January. One second, he actually does say something on it. Let's have a look. Let me find it. I do apologise for this. It did say something about the centre-back thing in January in his press conference. I did have it up. One second. Try and find him on Leoni. See if he says something about that. No, I can't find it. I will find it, though. So basically, he did say something about January, saying like he hopes, obviously regarding what we happen to Leoni, he hopes we do go into January and get a centre-back in. But like I said, if it's not Gahey, if it's not Mark Gahey, when we have to still go get another one, we cannot go. Did we not learn anything from the 2021 season? So I don't think we did, because we made the season afterwards. We left our midfield short, and we didn't learn that way. But now we're sat here with 3 centre-backs for the season. Favourites to win the league, absolutely. One of the favourites to win Champions League, absolutely. The season we actually had that injury back, the injuries to the centre-backs, we were top of the league at Christmas. We were top of the league going into the new year. And we stood still in January. We stood still and we allowed our season to fall apart. We can't let that happen again. We can't. And that could potentially happen again. It really could. We're down to 3 centre-backs at the moment. It was an unlucky injury to Leoni, and And at the end of the day, he was a fantastic player to have in the background because he was unbelievable the other night. But we can't sit here knowing that Konate is going to leave and potentially going to leave. We're going to talk about Konate shortly. Konate could potentially leave. We'll wait until summer for Gehi because he's free. So we're willing to risk. If we don't bring a centre back in January, that is us willing to risk the season. That is it. We don't, fair enough. We spent a bit in the summer, but we can't sit still. We can't make the same mistake we did in 2021. We can't do it. And if we do it, and we drop off again, then I don't want to hear any excuses. Because we should be going out there and addressing that centre-back area in January, regardless of Gehi coming in January or not. We can wait for Gehi, absolutely fine. If you're going to get Gehi and Konate goes, then that's them. But we can't sit still here with 3 centre-backs for the season. One being massively injury-prone in Gomez. We can't. And we can't cry at the end of the season if we do drop off because of it. We can't. Because we cried last time when we were just unprepared for the season. Went into the season, said it many times, we went into that season, 2020-21, with 3 centre-backs, 2 of them injury-prone. And we cried about it when we dropped off. We can't make the same mistakes again. Because if we make the same mistakes again, then it's pointless. Absolutely pointless crying about it. It really is. Because you need to learn from the situations before. So if we aren't going for Gehi in January, then we've got to go get someone else. For me personally, absolutely personally. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, because I'll stand by that, and I'll stand massively by that. And I said we needed a centre back before. We didn't replace Lovren, and we right. In fact, that season, everyone was saying, "Oh, we didn't get a centre back because we waited for Konate." But okay, we can wait for Konate. We can wait for Gehi, just like now. We can wait for Gehi, but it still doesn't mean we can't bring another centre back in the meantime. It still doesn't mean we can't bring another centre back, as well as Konate coming in at the time, because we're leaving ourselves majorly short. And I thought we were already short of the centre back area as it is, but now to lose Leoni, who's going to be who's our main backup, really. Our main backup is Leoni. Right now, I see him above Gomez. For reliability alone, disregarding also the injury that's just happened. But before that, Leoni was the main backup to our centre-backs. So, we are in a dire situation, that area. We were already short because we should have brought someone in summer. It didn't happen because he fell through on deadline day. But so if we're already short, and we're even more short now, our main backup's now injured, then why should we sit still? It makes zero sense to sit still. And don't tell me we can't afford. I don't want to hear that bollocks anymore. Just because we've had a big summer now, that's it. We can't afford anymore. We can't sit still. It's a major shooting ourselves in the foot if we don't bring in a defender, a centre back in January, regardless whether we're waiting for Gehi or not. For me, speaking of centre backs, then we'll go on to the Konate news. So Konate and Real Madrid, keep an eye. According to Romano, Liverpool tried new attempts to renew his contract in August, but it looks difficult currently. Real Madrid have a very good relationship with Konate's agents, and they are free to speak to him in January. And we saw James Pearce yesterday won it. James Pearce reported that there's no agreement in place between Madrid and Konate in his camp, and there's no given word on that. However, if Real Madrid have good relationships already with Konate's agents, and we are not renewing that contract, we've had new attempts to try and renew that contract, and it's looking very difficult now. Right now, the likelihood, as we sit on the 26th of September 2025, the likelihood for Konate to leave Liverpool this season is very likely. The end of the season, it's looking more like he leaves for Real Madrid than he does staying at Liverpool right now. Until something changes, right now with the report on Fabrizio Romano there, difficult currently between Liverpool and Konate in terms of new contract, and his agent already has very good relationships with Real Madrid. It's only pointing one direction. This has Trent Alexander-Arnold written all over it. It's exactly the same words I pretty much saw when Trent was going. And it's why we all sort of accepted, and yeah, Trent's probably gone. Because these are the sort of words we sort of saw. And when I saw the other day talk about, I can't think who it was that reported it, talk about Liverpool's being tight-lipped, James Pierce, saying the tight-lipped about how much is being offered. Because they know he's probably going. I think we know he's probably going. But we need to, it'd just be nice to know. I said this before. If Konate is going to go, then fair enough. Then no one is ever obliged to stay at Liverpool Football Club. If Konate wants to go, try a new challenge, absolutely fine by me. But as Liverpool fans, we want to know, and we need to know, I think, for me personally. If he is going to go and he's already decided to go and is in contact with Real Madrid, then so be it. I'd rather Konate come out and say, look, I want a new challenge. It's going to be my last season at Liverpool, but I'll give him my all for the season. That's fine by me. That's perfect. Well, it's not perfect. I'd rather Konate stay than it's perfect, but it's fine by me. Like, as long as you play well this season, try your hardest, and good luck with the future for me. But I want Konate to stay. I really want Konate to stay on his day, top 5 centre backs in world football. So to replace him would be a difficult challenge. Obviously, Gehi coming in is fantastic, but we need another centre back after that as well. And it's just frustrating. It's just fucking Real Madrid, and it's just that's what pisses me off. It's Real Madrid again. It's always Real Madrid again. That's so it always seems to be Real Madrid, and it is annoying. But until we start sorting these contracts out, and until Richard Hughes starts getting his things in place now and saying, look, we're not allowing this to happen anymore. We can't allow this to happen anymore. It's an absolute joke that we are allowing again another player to enter the last 6 months of his contract and allow to speak to other players for free. We're lucky that Van Dijk and Salah wanted so badly to stay because they had every option to go and play somewhere else. Because we should never let our star players, our first team players, ever be in a situation to speak to other clubs for free. And that's four players in the last 2 years that has been allowed to happen. We're just lucky that Van Dijk and Salah absolutely wanted to stay and no other way around it. They wanted to stay regardless. But with Gardner Trent, obviously he wanted to go. But right now, Konate is in the same situation, exact same situation. Hopefully change. If his mind's set on Real Madrid, then hopefully change his mind. But I'm hoping somehow we can get a breakthrough with these contracts, and hoping we do keep Ibrahima Konate at Liverpool. I really do. And those people that are saying, "Oh, get him gone," like think about what you're saying here, because we're not going to get anyone, someone as good as Konate in world football to replace him. Gehi's coming in. I think he's just as good as Konate. But if we need another centre back after that, I'd rather Konate and Gehi as the options than Gehi and someone else for me. Speaking of Gehi, and Glasner has said something about tomorrow's game. Of course, Gehi was a little bit disappointed after Liverpool Tiger, but he said, no, it's fine. I like being here. I like the team. I like the staff. I like Crystal Palace. I'm a South London boy. I will give my best. I knew this would happen. So yeah, tomorrow is Gehi coming against his potential future team in tomorrow's game, which is good. We're going to do the preview in the morning, so make sure you do tune in to that. I think 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm going to do the live preview for the Liverpool against Crystal Palace tomorrow. But tonight, also, we're going to go over the latest news of Liverpool. So let's go over a few things that Arne Slot said. So it has been confirmed that Chiesa is added to the Champions League squad. Unfortunate circumstances with Geovanni Leoni, who did get injured midweek. He's out potentially for a year, which is not good news at all for us. And it's not good news for Leoni. It's such a shame that happened to him, because what a player he is and what a talent we do have in Leoni. And hopefully he does come back fully recovered and fastly, a quick recovery. But also, I hope he comes back even better. And I think he absolutely will. I'm just going to get Arne Slot's comments up from the press conference as well. That's what was this morning. So let's go over Arne Slot. He spoke on the Ekitike situation. Well, we got a report the other day by Dominic King saying that Ekitike is going to be fined 2 weeks' wages for his dismissal against Southampton. That is not true. And me and I spoke yesterday about this and thought, there's no way that's a harsh punishment if that is the truth. And Arne Slot has absolutely denied it today. Absolutely denied it. So this is what he said in the press conference. Discipline means a fine, which he didn't get. I spoke to him. He said sorry straight away to his teammates. He's young and players of all ages make mistakes, and you are allowed to make at this club to make a mistake without getting fined. A fantastic human being. If you ask staff top 3 of warmest and polite, he would be in there so he can make a mistake. It wasn't smart. It didn't hurt us. It might hurt us a bit tomorrow, but Chiesa's showing himself and has a chance for him to play tomorrow off the bench. So two sort of news stories in one there for Arne Slot. Obviously, Chiesa may get a bench appearance tomorrow, so he's not starting the game. So I think that's confirmed. I think he'll be Gakpo starting the game. Pretty much Arne Slot's confirmed that. But also, Ekitike is not getting a fine, which is fantastic. Which is fantastic news. And we said, look, it would have been an absolute madness for him to be fined 2 weeks' wages for a simple mistake. And if it was just him just forgetting he was on a yellow card, man, getting fined for that is just crazy to me. I couldn't believe that even came out. But yeah, Dominic King in the mud. It seems like Dominic King in the mud for that story on that. He also went on to speak about Chiesa as well, did Arne Slot. So bring this up. We have looked into the process of Champions League squad. Some people do this. If I'm informed correctly, if a player is out for 2 months or more, they can replace him. So we're looking into it. And I think it was Liverpool Football Club themselves. They have confirmed that Chiesa is in the Champions League squad. And brilliant news for Chiesa. Absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely made up for Chiesa because for me, I did a short video on it before when he got left out of the Champions League squad. I said he absolutely deserves to be in it. It's just unfortunate circumstances how it's happened with the Leoni injury. I'd rather players stay fit and wish the best for players to stay fit and stay in the squads. But I'm made up for Chiesa at the same time. It's like it's a bit of a 50-50 thing. I'm absolutely gutted for Leoni, and I'm gutted for him being injured that long, and hopefully he does bounce back. But I'm also happy for Chiesa because for me, I think he deserves Champions League football anyway. And it's such a brilliant player to take into the Champions League in those games where we need a winner. There's not many better players out there for a bench player in world football for me than Chiesa. If I'm honest, as a bench player, there's not many players out there for me in world football. So it'd be a fantastic player to take in the Champions League squad. He also went on to talk about Leoni as well. We have some examples with Virgil and Joe, a lot of examples of the world that people players get better when they come back. It hurts more if you're closer to retirement, but it's far from ideal. The surgeons and the rehab people are important, but it's nice if you can do this with players around you who have lived through this and they can give the right energy in the right moments. Our players have shown plenty of compassion for him, and they will not. It's such an important moment for players to come around at this time for Leoni. The lad has just got his first game in English football. 18 years old, wants to make an impression. Absolutely did make an impression. It was Barkies was the best player on the pitch for me. Fantastic performance from Leoni. And to get an injury like that is not nice in any time of your career. But when it's someone that's just play one game there, his first game in English football, and to get that injury, it must be absolutely gutting. But like Arne Slot said there, Virgil's been there. Virgil has absolutely been there, and he bounced back even better. Joe Gomez has been injured many, many times. So these two, specifically, Virgil and Joe Gomez, I think are going to be very, very important for Leoni, for being there. And when someone has been there and done that and had it happen to them, they're perfect people to be around. And I think them two will help Leoni massively. So hopefully it's not good that he's out for around a year, but hopefully, like they said, we've got the best surgeons there. Hopefully the best surgeons on the job, and also the best people to be around him at the same time to get him back better, because I think he will bounce back for better. I really do. I think he's an incredible footballer, and I can't wait for him to come back. I really can't. Cody Gakpo also mentioned something about Isak in the press. I don't think it was in the press conference, but he has been speaking about on Alexander Isak. So I think everybody knows how good he can be. We saw him in against Newcastle team scoring a lot of goals, and hopefully he can do that for us. A very good player on the ball, off the ball. I'm very happy that he's here. So everyone pretty much is happy that Alexander Arnold's through the door. I think everyone wanted Alexander Arnold, everyone at the club, everyone around the club, and including the players as well. I mean, look how the players are going to be buzzing to play alongside one of the best strikers in world football. Why wouldn't you be? And someone like a Salah, someone like a Vert, someone like a Gakpo, these guys absolutely want to play alongside players like this that can elevate them to another level. So hopefully we'll see better out of Gakpo as well, because it does seem what Arne Slot said about Federico Chiesa, that Federico Chiesa potentially will come off the bench tomorrow rather than start the game. Me and Naj hopefully possibly wanted him to start, but it's understandable. He needs to get fully, he needs to get into the rhythm of playing again. I just want Gakpo to step up tomorrow. And it is going to be Gakpo. It's going to be Gakpo, Isak, Salah. And it's going to be, for me, I think Verts. I don't even know, I think Verts will be back in. I think Soboslai and Gravenberch potentially, or McAllister, Gravenberch. It depends what Arne Slot thinks on it. It's going to be an interesting see what 11 it does play tomorrow. It really is going to be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Ngamo a little bit more as well. You know what? I'd even look at starting Ngamo in some games, but it's a shame that I just think he's going to choose Gakpo regardless. Hope you're well as well, bro. Nice to see you. I do apologize for being at 6:00. So now it's going to be hopefully a 6:00 show. I think it's going to be the regular now. I think we're going to try and change to 6:00 for most nights, Bourbon Cup out. But we might be at 7 sometimes. Like, for example, tomorrow, if Ends can't do 6:00, so Ends is supposed to be tonight, but unfortunately he's not well today. So me and Ends are going to be tomorrow night for the red zone for me and Ends. So it'll be after the game. So we'll talk about the game as well. So mine and Ends show tomorrow is going to be either 7:00 or 6:00. But hopefully, I'm just trying to do it at 6:00 most nights. Apart from weekends, might change around a little bit, because weekends I can do in the daytime a little bit more as well. So yeah, midweek it's going to be usually 6:00 now though for the live streams. So Slot also mentioned something on Ngamoa. Good thing is you're a youngster at Liverpool. There are players who in a position who are better than you, so there are still steps to make. He wants to improve if players with Mo, Cody, Federico. He feels there are steps to make at the level, and if he is at their level, then it is consistency. That is the most difficult thing. And it is the most difficult thing. And that's the most difficult thing for younger players, because the younger players find consistency the most hard, because they're still learning. They're still developing. Their body's still developing, for number one. But they're still learning, playing with at that level of football. They've gone from, you got to remember here, people like Ngamoa and people that come from the academy, they've played academy football. It's a good level of football, don't get me wrong. But academy football, then to the Premier League football. Like, academy football is probably the same level. I'd say Premier League academy football is probably the same level as maybe, Northern Conference, Southern Conference, maybe Conference, like National League. So to step up from academy football, which is probably National League level, maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit more. I'd say National League level for me. To the Premier League, to step up to League 2, to step up to League 1 and Championship's big enough jump, but to step up from academy football to the Premier League, it's a massive jump. So he's still learning. Ngamo is still learning. He's not going to be first team footballer, is he, at Liverpool, ASAP. He's got to get into that. He's going to have to learn off Cody, learn off Mo, learn off Federico Chiesa, and he can't have better players around him, can he, to do that than learn. He's got the best winger in world football in Mohamed Salah. Some people might not agree with that, but for me, my opinion, is the best winger in world football. So, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see him learn off them and how good he can be. So the sky's the limit for Ngamo. It absolutely is. He's got so much talent, like big potential. Ballon d'Or potential, it's too early to say, but he has got massive potential. Absolutely. So we're going to tomorrow's game then. Crystal Palace, 3:00 kickoff. 3:00 kickoff. Yes, I have Birmingham. I was like, have you heard the report from Bob Joyce? Yeah, I have. I've gone over that. I think that was the first thing I went over actually. Yeah, I think it's a big mistake. Not regarding Gehi as such. If we're going for Gehi in summer for free, then fair enough. But if we don't bring in a centre back in January, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous for me because it's the exact same as what we did in 2021, where we left ourselves short. For me, we're already short of that centre back area anyway because we wanted Gehi in the first place. We didn't get him. So we're even more short now. We've got 3 centre backs for the season. One of them, Joe Gomez, who is unreliable in injuries. The only 2 reliable, really, we can rely on is Van Dijk and Konate for the season. And Konate's had injury problems in the past as well. So if we don't bring in a centre back in January, then we're just playing with fire again, aren't we? We just might like playing with fire. We make it difficult for ourselves, for me, sometimes. Just going on what Arne Slot said about Crystal Palace as well in the conference, in the press conference. They are disciplined, enormous defensively. They are calm in their own half, and we saw during the week against Southampton, it's hard to play through. And apart from that, they have some individual players, quality. Mateta, Sarr, 2 midfielders who can play, 2 good centre backs and wing backs. What stands out for me is their defensive work. And Crystal Palace again this season have been sensational for me. Absolutely sensational. I find it interesting how good Glasner has actually worked with Crystal Palace, because many managers get easily lost in the Premier League and easily found out, but Glasner, at Crystal Palace has been absolutely sensational. So they started the season again on fire for me. Defensively, like Arne Slot said, I mean, Gehi is just one of many defenders that play very, very well at Crystal Palace. 5th in the league, again standing out after their FA Cup win last season. They're hard to break down, but Arne Slot there says about Southampton being very disciplined. I don't think Southampton was set up as a low block. I saw midweeks people say, no, not another low block. I don't think Southampton was that much of a low block. I don't think we really attacked them. I thought Southampton was a better team going forward midweek. And that's frightening because that's Southampton. Crystal Palace have much better. The thing I'll give Crystal Palace for as well credit for is the fact that they've lost Eze, the fact that they've lost Elise, and they've got even better. It's unbelievable. Breven Cop Out says here, you think we would learn from the previous mistakes in the past? You'd think so, Breven Cop Out, you would, but we don't do it. It makes change 3 p.m. kickoff. Can't recall last time for but I hate it. I hate 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturdays. Just simple in the fact that we can't watch it. We can't watch it unless you get a ticket for the game. You can't watch it. It's just frustrating, isn't it? It's absolutely frustrating. But yeah, tomorrow's game is going to be very, very difficult for me. Very difficult. They're very well drilled. Glasner's Palace. I'm not looking. Normally a hard place to go is Crystal Palace anyway. But right now, in the last 2 years, they've got even better for me, especially defensively. We're going to try and break them down. It's going to be hard to break them down, but we can't. What we can't keep doing is giving so many chances away. Like I said, midweek Southampton were the better team attacking wise. They're the ones that have created the most chances, and they got through our midfield really, really easily. It was a mixed midfield, obviously. It was a very much changed midfield, but still, at times we can't allow that. We can't allow that to happen for me. We can't. It's very dangerous. Tomorrow we certainly can't. I'm just going to go before. Also going through the Liverpool news. I want to go do my Premier League predictions for tonight as well, because tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. I think it'll be 10 o'clock. I'll be putting it out tomorrow live, hopefully live match preview for the Crystal Palace game at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Obviously, a match reaction, hopefully straight after the game as well. And then myself it ends at, I think it's 7 o'clock. I think it's confirmed 7 o'clock tomorrow night for myself and ends our Red Zone stream. But yeah, I was going to go through my Premier League predictions this weekend, because I do like doing Premier League predictions. So I thought I'd go through them live tonight for you guys to get involved as well. So obviously, let's start off then with Brentford against Manchester United, which is the R12 kickoff tomorrow, I believe. Is it tonight? No, it's tomorrow. Arsenal kick off tomorrow. Brentford, Manchester United. Brentford, another strange side of Brentford. Sometimes they get good results out of nothing. And this could be one of those games where they do get a good result against Manchester United. Man United, I don't think as bad as some people make them out to be. I think they are bad, but I think they can get. I think they've got a team there to get results. Certainly, absolutely. So I'm going to go in that game. I think it'd be a good game for the neutral. I'm going to go 2-2 between Brentford and Manchester United. Get me your predictions in the chat as well. Birmingham Cop Out if you're still there, and anyone else that's in the chat as well. Make sure you get your predictions in. So Brentford, Manchester United. I'm going to go 2-2 for that game. Chelsea, Brighton at 3:00. I think Chelsea will get back into winning ways. I'm going to go 2-1 to Chelsea in that game. Crystal Palace, Liverpool, I will leave to the end. I'll leave that to the end. I'll only give the score prediction in the Crystal Palace Liverpool game. The whole preview will be tomorrow morning. Leeds United, Bournemouth. Leeds United scattered very well this season, but Bournemouth are a very good side as well. I'm going to go in that game. I'm going to go another 2-2 draw. In fact, no, you know what? Let me change it. I'm going to have 3-2 Leeds. 3-2 to Leeds. How about that for prediction? It's going to be a 2-2 draw now, isn't it? But yeah, 3-2 Leeds. I'm going to go for that. Man City, Burnley. I see Man City absolutely just dominating, if I'm honest. Man City tomorrow, 4-0. Maybe even 5-0. But I want to go 4-0. I'm going to go 4-0, but I think they could easily get 5, against Burnley. Burnley are terrible. I think they break them down better than what we did, for me. Half-5 kickoff. Nottingham Forest against Sunderland. Very good game. Sunderland started the season well in the league, but I think Sunderland may have to rely on their own form quite a lot. So I think I'm going to go for a Nottingham Forest win tomorrow. I'm going to go 2-0 for Forest tomorrow night, which is 5:30 kickoff. And then I've got an 8:00 kickoff, Tottenham and Wolves. Wolves, shocking, but they did get a win week, but I think they go back to losses again tomorrow. I think it's been 3-0 for Tottenham. I think Tottenham look absolutely fantastic. So Birmingham Cup has gone 1-1 draw for, I presume that is, who the one for? Is that Brentford Man United? You got 2-1 Chelsea against Brighton. I went 2-1 Chelsea, didn't I? 2-1 Bournemouth and 3-0 Man City. So yeah, what's your prediction for Forest Sunderland Birmingham Cup out? So mine's 2-0 Forest and Tottenham Wolves. I want to go 3-0 Tottenham. Sunday, Aston Villa against Fulham. Aston Villa, I predicted them to get a win last week, and they should have got a win, but then they messed up in the last few moments and got the draw with Sunderland. They've got the dual win, Aston Villa. The dual win. And I think they will get a win at some point. So I want to go tomorrow, on Sunday, 2-1 Aston Villa is my prediction for that. Newcastle, Arsenal. People will think Newcastle will probably get a result against Arsenal. A lot of people will think that. But I think with Newcastle struggling to score goals against a team that is fucking sound defensively, I can't see anything but an Arsenal win. Newcastle are really struggling to score goals. They're really struggling up front. They're brilliant as a team. They, sometimes they get good, decent results, but they're really struggling up top. I wonder why. I don't know why, but they're really struggling up top. And Arsenal have got the best defence in the league for me. So I'm going to go a 2-0 to Arsenal, and that'd be a huge win for them. Everton against West Ham. Is that Monday night, I presume? Yeah, Everton, West Ham, Monday night. Everton didn't score midweek. West Ham are terrible. Graham Potter's all over the internet. But Graham Potter is not that Graham Potter meme, and that Graham Potter viral stuff right now is not going to go anywhere anytime soon, because Everton, I think they're going to get a win on Monday night. I'm going to go 2-1 to Everton on Monday night. And then our game, Crystal Palace, Liverpool. It's going to be a tough game, guys. It's going to be a tough game. I'm going to back us. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. But it won't surprise me if it's 1-1. And under circumstances, depending how we play, depending how the game goes, under context, I'd take a 1-1 away to Palace. I don't think we need to win every game. I don't expect to win every game. But I'm hoping we win 2-1. And it could even be another late show, just to piss off everyone else. Because that absolutely would. If we got another late winner tomorrow, the rest of the rivals would absolutely lose it. Absolutely lose it. 1-1 Fulham is gone. 2-0 Tottenham. 3-1 Arsenal. 2-0 Everton. Let's bring them up. And 1-0 to Liverpool, says Irving Cop out. John says here, Adam, do you think FSG buying Getafe affects us in the long term? It's a good question, that. It's a good question. It depends, doesn't it? It depends if like Getafe make the Champions League, for example. They're not a team, that can't make the Champions League. Absolutely can't. They're not absolutely shockingly bad. They're an established La Liga club. I said this every night. And it does massively affect us then if they enter the Champions League. That's the issue. But I think if we are to take over another club, I'd rather it be either in another continent or in a lower league in another country. Like Nice said, Division, so like a Division 5 in Germany, something like that, like a lower league team rather than a team in La Liga, for me personally. If this happened, Irving Cop out, the internet would crash. We would see crash outs all over the place. If we scored a 94th minute penalty, we would see crash outs all over. And imagine it being not a penalty either, like an handball for 80-minute chest or something. Gehi, that's it. Irving Cop out, thank you. 2-1 winner. 2-1 win tomorrow for Liverpool. Gehi giving the penalty away. 90 plus. Or around the 88th mark above. 88th mark or above. Mark Gehi giving the penalty away. And we score it. And we win 2-1 or 1-0. If that happens, clip this up, whatever you want to do with it. If that happens, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it these days, that will break down. Rivals are done. Rivals are absolutely... If Mark Gehi gives a penalty away in the dying moments of the game, then that'll be done. And we score it and we win because of Mark Gehi penalty. The crash outs will be unbelievable. I'm absolutely telling you that. The crash outs will be unbelievable. Imagine that happening now. I'm trying to like talk it into reality. Talk it into fruition. What's better? What is actually better? Gehi giving away a penalty or Gehi on goal? A Gehi on goal. A Mark Gehi on goal. Oh wow. A Mark Gehi on goal in the 94th minute to win the game for Liverpool would be unbelievable. That would send people into space. I'm telling you now. The crash outs online. It'd just be Arsenal fans, Man United fans would be in tears. And I mean tears, like shredding tears. Wow. Yeah. Now you've talked about that, I want that to happen so bad. John says here, do you think Bradley is starting right back tomorrow due to Palace physicality? Yes, I would. Yeah, I do think that actually. Frimpong. I like Frimpong. I prefer Frimpong as a right back to get better out of Salah. But I think tomorrow, it will be Bradley for the game specifically. And for also Frimpong midweek, he wasn't particularly great, was he? So I think Slot will play Bradley tomorrow. But we will go into it tomorrow morning, a little bit more in the preview. So match preview tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to set it up tonight. Match preview in the morning at 10 o'clock for Liverpool against Palace. Away to Palace. Match reactions just after the game as well. And tomorrow night then at 7 o'clock, myself and Enz do our regular Red Zone, which is normally Friday nights, but unfortunately Enz is not well today. So tomorrow night we're going to be on it at 7 o'clock. And we've got something special coming on Sunday as well. So me and Enz are going to speak about that on tomorrow night at 7. So thank you for watching tonight. Make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already for all your latest Liverpool news, transfer news. And also enjoy the record. If you haven't been watching live, make sure you do watch the whole record and enjoy what we do on these streams. Trying to get up there more and more. I try to get as regular as I can on streams. So streams, mostly now, midweek streams are 6 o'clock every single night. Every single night at 6 o'clock on midweek. However, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, they might change slightly, but I will let you know prior to the stream itself. Thank you for watching tonight, guys. Have a great night.